Hi guys, are you all able to hear me? So here we are at the last final class of this module. Now today's class I've decided to keep it as interactive as possible. So if you need to talk to me, if you want to, instead of typing, if you want me to unmute you for a while, you can just let me know. Okay. Now, what have I planned for today's class? It's basically a revision. So first of all of you who have submitted me your resumes, if there's any other doubt in the resumes, you can ask me now. Okay. Apart from that, any general doubts also, maybe about what are the further courses you can take, what can you do further, anything like that, that's completely fine. You can ask me. Okay. But as far as the class module is concerned, I've gotten to you really good questions today. There are two RCs, a few parajumbles, and a few syllogisms questions. I've not added any grammar questions whatsoever because grammar we have extensively practiced it. We've taken one entire week to practice grammar, correct? Having said that, that does not mean that your grammar preparation is over. Okay? You will have to keep on practicing sentence correction questions. Okay? Now, the thing is, if you don't practice sentence correction questions, you will not remember which rule you are using where and why. So think about it like, you set a new password. Okay, maybe to your FB account or to your Insta account or whatever. Nowadays, I think Face works well, but yeah. In the other cases, when the olden days, you had to set a password and to remember it, either you wrote it down somewhere or you kept on using that again and again. Right. So the same way, repetition is the key in grammar also. The more you look at different questions, the more you engage your mind into such stimulus, it's better. Okay. Also, one more thing that I would like to talk to you about today is how reading as a habit would help you through different things. Okay. Now, look, let us say this in this small particular way. How many of you uh, connect to one social cause on a personal level? Any social cause, maybe untouchability, maybe reservations, maybe caste system, maybe any social cause. How many of you connect to a social cause or an environmental cause on a personal level? Bhargav, good morning, Ed. How are you? Yeah, Subramaniam. So, what social cause do you connect to? So, the reason I'm asking you this is because most of the time, what we don't realize is the concept of privilege. Okay, and I waited till the last class to tell you about this because this is not a concept that's easily understood by many people, and it's not really appreciated to be talked about also. Okay, so yeah, Subramaniam says child labor. Okay, Monica M says reservations. All right. Now, I just have one thing to tell you, people. If you're able to buy your groceries, if you're able to stay in a home, and if you're protected by your parents, you have something that I'll call as privilege. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you're lucky to have these things. These are your basic requirements. These are your basic conditions to live with. But again, if we are considering this population as a whole, these conditions become extremely great for a majority of population. Okay, and especially in contemporary times, especially in recent days. All right. So what I mean to say is try to understand and grasp the concept of privilege at the very earlier ages, because later on after this class, maybe you'd get a job somewhere, maybe you'd travel off, maybe to Mysore, Bangalore, anywhere. Okay, I want you to be empathetic towards the others when you do get a job, when you leave your homes finally and you go abroad. Okay, see, the concept of privilege is not basically having some extra rights. The concept of privilege is having normalcy when others are not able to have any rights at all. Okay. Now, having said that, I'll just start sharing my screen with you people. I'll wait for a few minutes. I'm still waiting for like 12 participants. I just want to see the number reach out to 100. Okay. Now, in case you have any doubts in anything that's been taught so far, or maybe anything that you want to talk to me about, just type down the same thing. Okay, wait, I'll actually put it to everyone. Ready to choose a course like media and public relations. In what am I supposed to be good at and what exactly it needs? So, Mohit, uh, 1 minute. Before that, Krishna, the recordings links are being sent to you by Mr. Girish Nanna. I'm only uploading the PPT, PDFs. The recording links are being sent to you by Mr. Girish. Okay, you can contact him for further info about it. All right. Yeah. So Mohit, you want to do something in media and public relations. So what exactly are you planning to go into? Journalism? Is that where you want to see yourself? No. Then what is it that you want to do? When you're saying media and public relations, the app does not contain verbal videos. Again, I'm not aware of it. I'm not aware of it because I'm not the one who uploads those videos. You'll either have to ask Mr. Suraj, or for the video links, you'll have to ask Mr. Girish. Okay, I say this does not qualify as a doubt about the subject. Sai, that's administrative work, and I'm not an administrator. Okay, I'm a faculty. If you have any doubts regarding the subject, I'll be more than happy to clarify it. But yeah, about the administrative work, I don't have a idea. Had I known what it is, I would have definitely told you. Mohit, so what is it that you want to be? When you say media and public relations, do you want to be going into, like maybe a company's public relations officer handling the. Okay. Yeah, for that, you need to go get an MBA, dude. You need to go get an MBA, preferably in public relations, which again in India is very less. Or maybe you can get an MBA with public administration, which again in India is very less. In India, public administration is studied as an arts course instead of an administration course. Okay, because public policy and public relations get there. All right. So that is there. Okay. So you will need to get an MBA, preferably with marketing, because if it's from India, preferably in marketing. Otherwise, you can look at National University of Singapore. They offer MPA, Masters in Public Administration. Okay. I don't know if you know this or not, but there are people like Prashant Kishore and all who kind of do the work that you want to do. So maybe you can also follow him on Twitter, connect with people like that on LinkedIn. Yes. Also, now look, I will also tell you something. So if you're worried that whether or not we should mention games and esports onto your resume. So I play this game professionally. I play Dota 2 professionally. Okay. I used to look. I used to play that game right through my college. The 4 years of my college, I played it. I used to have a really good rank in it. So yeah, I used to earn through it too. Now, if you're doing it that way, yeah, Prashant Kishore is a political strategist. Yeah. So if you're playing any particular game that way, you can still mention it on your resume. Okay, preferably with your rank. Okay, as far as I understand, most esports give you an international ranking. Okay, a number. So if you can use that, that'll be really great. How to get interested in to read newspapers and magazines? Again, to read newspapers, the only way you can get interested is by watching documentaries of the small things they mention in the newspaper. For example, if there's this thing that you've read about Corona today, okay, I suggest go on to Netflix, watch a documentary of Corona. Okay, that way an infographic medium is presented to you instead of just a written medium. So when an infographic medium is presented to you, what you will get is easy understanding of it. For that matter, I don't know how many of you have read Harry Potter, but I'm sure most of you have watched Harry Potter, no? Now, those of you who watched Harry Potter, if I ask you to read Harry Potter, you'd be able to imagine what's happening in that book. So to start off with, you can start like that, and then you'll get interested yourself. For example, just this morning, I posted a status of this small thing that I've read in a book. Uh, the book is 3000 Stitches by Sudha Murthy. I don't know why I'm not able to finish that book. I'm reading a little and I'm stopping again and again. But yeah, so why did I post it? Because it's something that's very dear to my heart. Okay, so I connect to it on a personal level. So my simple suggestion for you to get interested, Bhargav, is start connecting to different things. Okay, start questioning different things. That's one way to connect with things. Any other doubts? Any other common doubts? Normal ones? All right. So I'll start sharing my screen. Okay. Let's go through this last class. Here, can all of you see? Guys, can you see the screen? Yes? Okay. Do you have any soft copies of books? Hey, bro, do you have Google? Do you have Google on your laptop or phone? Go there, whatever book you want, go to anybooks.co and start searching. Technology vadalra, Bhargav. But having said that, yeah, I do have a few books on PDF. But again, they're not PDFs, they're EPUBs. So see, I use the app on my phone. I'm not sure it'll support your thing, but if you want, I can send it to you. I can send a few EPUBs to you. Okay, I have the Pride and Prejudice EPUB, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to share it with you. So this is on Apple Books. So if you also use an Apple phone, maybe I can share it with you. The link of whatever it is. It's a free book though. Okay. Now for Android, I'm not sure. I've used a lot of Android phones, but as long as I was using Android phones, I was never interested in reading books. Okay, I used to play a lot. So yeah, that's there. Anyways, here. This is my first reading comprehension for today, and these reading comprehensions are not easy. They are of very good level, and yeah, they not come into your what TCS CTS exams before, but they've been asked for exams that are of good quality companies. So when I'm talking about good quality companies, I'm talking about companies like Zoho. I'm talking about companies like Qualcomm. If you're thinking, does Qualcomm even take a verbal thing? Yeah, it does. Even Qualcomm, even Zoho. And again, it's respective to college. Okay, it's how your people talk to the placements team and how many rounds they want to conduct in your college. But usually, if there are like a lot of people in a college, they do conduct like extra rounds. So in our colleges, we usually have 4 rounds for Qualcomm to get to the HR interview. 4 written rounds for Qualcomm, and we have almost 8 rounds for Zoho. Okay, and Zoho conducts two verbal. I mean, two verbal as in one aptitude, one verbal, and 6 of coding. Okay, so that's how things work in VIT. All right, so I'm not entirely sure how many rounds will be conducted for you, but yeah, there's a good chance verbal will be a part of it. So yeah, the time right now I think is 9:15. Yeah, it's 9:15. You can take 5 minutes for this passage, and we'll start discussing it. Guys, are you done with this? So guys, how much time did you take to read this and how much of it did you understand? Was this easy to understand? So there are not many complicated words in this, but it's a long passage. That's all, no? Ashok, you did not understand this? Okay, no problem. What's the meaning of impunity? Impunity is you not being punished for something wrong that you have done. Okay? Anyways, those who opine lose their impunity when the circumstances in which they pontificate are such that that generate from the expression of a positive instigation of some mischievous act. What does this sentence mean? There are two words, no, that you might not understand. What are those two words? Look, first one is impunity. Impunity is you not being punished for what you have done. The second one is pontificate, right? Now, what is pontificate? Pontificating is expressing one's opinion very proudly. Okay? Pontificating is expressing one's opinion very, very proudly. And what is opine? Opine is having an opinion. Okay? So basically, what he's saying is that those who opine lose their freedom not to be punished when the circumstances in which they very proudly express their opinion are such that they generate from their expression of a positive instigation of some mischievous act. That means when someone is doing something wrong and someone is proudly supporting or has an opinion that it's okay for that person to do something wrong because it's some positive instigation they are getting out of it. Yes, then they lose their chance of being impune to things. That means they'll lose their freedom of not being punished for wrong things. Okay, an opinion that corn dealers are starvers of the poor or that owning private property is robbery ought to be unmolested when simply circulated through the press. But many justly incur punishment when delivered orally to an excited mob assembled before the house of a corn dealer or when handed about among the same mob in the form of a placards. What does this mean? That means that when you have this private property or if you are thinking that corn dealers are just starving the poor, that means they're making the poor work very hard but they're not giving them enough money. Okay, when you're reading it on the newspaper or somewhere, if the medium is not direct, you're usually not bothered about taking an action. Okay, however, the same thing, if you and your friends are standing in front of that person, it becomes very hard for you to even stop yourself from attacking him. Correct? Next, acts of whatever kind which without justifiable cause do harm to others may be, and in the more important cases are absolute required to be controlled by the unfavorable sentiments and, when needful, by the active interference of man. What does that mean? That means if there's any particular thing that you're doing that's going to hurt someone else, yeah, then you should be able to stop it, no matter what. Okay. Next, the liberty of the individuals must be thus far limited He must not make himself a nuisance to other people. I think this is self-explanatory. But if he refrains stops. But if he refrains from molesting others in matters that concern them and merely acts according to his own inclination and judgment in matters which concern himself, he should be allowed. That means as long as I think something is wrong, but I'm not like, going against and, hurting other people, it's completely fine. For example, and this is just an example. Okay, this very simple example. Let me say that Pawan Kalyan is not a great hero. And this is just an example. That's not what I really mean. Evaru ma intiki vachi kottedalante cheyaddu. Okay. If I think that Pawan Kalyan is not a good hero, it's my opinion. It's my wish. As long as I'm not going into a Pawan Kalyan fan association meeting and shouting, "Arey, your hero is a waste fellow," it's fine for me to think about it. Okay, that means unless and until I am going and poking my finger into someone else's nose into someone else's business, or poking my nose into someone else's business, okay, they don't have a right to again stop me. Okay, as it is usual that while the mankind are imperfect, there should be different opinions, so that uh, so it is that there should be different experiments of the living. That free scope should be given to varieties of characters, short of injury to others. Okay, that means this freedom is very important for different people to have different opinions, as long as they are not misusing that or not hurting other people with that opinions. Okay, and that worth of different modes of life should be proved practically when anyone thinks fit to try them. Where not the person's own character, but the traditions and customs of other people are the rule of conduct, there is wanting one of the principal ingredients of individual and social progress. Okay, what does that mean? That means when it's not your own character, but it's something that's been passed down, okay, from different people, of different customs to you, okay, and this has not been explained to you, this is just a rule of conduct for you, okay, then you are looking for some extra ingredient, something more for your individual and social progress. Okay, it would be absurd to pretend that people ought to live as if nothing, whatever happened, whatever had been known in the world before they came into it. Okay, as if experience had as yet done nothing towards showing that one mode of existence or of conduct is preferable to another. Now, what do we mean by this? This means to say that it's very stupid if people think or if people continue to live as nothing happened before they came into this existence. Okay, nobody denies that people should be so taught and trained in youth as to know and benefit by the ascertained rules of human experience. Okay, so it's not compulsory that you should have known everything or trained in everything, but it's the privilege and proper condition of human being arrived at the maturity of his faculties to use and interpret experience in his own way. Okay, so what's he saying? But it's the privilege that we are giving that person to use whatever things he wants to use in his own way, for his own uses. Okay, we are not going to force him to do any of such things. All right. It is for him to find out what part of recorded experience is properly applicable to his own circumstances and character. The traditions and customs of other people are, to a certain extent, evidence of what their experience has taught them. Presumptive evidence as such as have a claim to his deference. But in the first place, their experience may be too narrow or they may have not interpreted it rightly. So what does this mean? I'll give you an example for this actually. So there are people who say that you get the answer to everything in the holy scriptures, right? Maybe Bhagavad Gita, Bible, or Quran, I'm not, or maybe the Guru Granth Sahib. Okay, I'm not going to specify which one, but yeah, they say that you're going to get the answers in all the holy scriptures. Now, my interpretation to that is you look at the problem differently when you read those things. When you're reading that book, You're basically only concerned about your problem. You don't know what that person's problem was or the author's problem was at that time. Okay, he's narrating a story of his own past and you're relating to it. So basically, you're living his story vicariously. Okay, so it's all your imagination, it's your experience that changes things. Okay, secondly, the interpretation of experience may be correct, but unsuited to him. Customs are made for customary circumstances and customary characters, and his circumstance or his character may be uncustomary. Okay, so thirdly, though the customs be both good as customs and suitable to him, yet to conform to custom merely as custom does not educate him or develop him in any of the qualities which are the distinctive endowments of a human being. What does that mean? That means if you are just growing into one particular policy of the customs. Just give me 1 minute. Guys, am I audible to you? I think there's something passing by. So am I audible to you guys? Yes? Okay, all right. Okay. So yeah, where were we? Yeah. So if he just conforms, that means if he's just accepting and adjusting or reshaping himself. Okay, conforming is reshaping himself. If he's just reshaping himself to fit into the customs which are suitable for him, okay, they still might not be able to educate him or develop him in any of the qualities which are new, which are distinctive. Okay, he gains no practice either in discerning or desiring what is best. What do we mean by that? That means he won't be able to either differentiate, okay, between normal things and important things. Neither will he be able to want good things for himself, because to him what his predecessor wanted was the same thing what he also wants. Okay, all right, so now this passage is clear, I guess. Can we go into the questions? Okay, please answer this question. Yeah, please answer that question. Hi Deepak, good to hear the first answer from you. Akshita, you think it's B, Deepak thinks it's D. Okay. Aishwarya thinks it's B. Pavani thinks it's D. Meher thinks it's B. బాగుంది. DBలను పనిచేసుకుంటున్నారు ఆన్సర్లు. నేను ఏసీ ఎవరికి వద్దా? ఓకే, వెరీ నైస్. Jayan Sai thinks it's C. All right, so I've gotten quite a few answers, both privately and publicly. Prashant, have I given you this passage for your verbal exam? I think the first verbal exam. Yes, yeah. So I guess you know the right answer, right? Okay, so how many of you got this passage correct in that exam though? Okay, nice. Yeah. Anyways, I have one more question in that case. Did you understand this passage with the same clarity at that time? Or me explaining it, did that give you more clarity? So Chandra, you couldn't understand it that time? Okay. So see, this is what happens. The way you read a passage is very, very important, guys. Okay. Now, even if you know this question, that's completely fine. But the answer is B. Okay. The right answer choice is B. Okay. See, what's he asking? Based on the information in the passage, which of the following statements about opinions would the author most likely not disagree? That means he would agree, no? So what is he constantly saying? As long as, you know, uh, my opinion is hurting someone else, it's going to be wrong. But if it's not hurting anyone, it's good, right? And that is given in B option. So this is a very simple question. The whole point is, whenever you're reading a passage, no, always pay keen attention to the commas and full stops. Okay, the way you read a passage is directly proportional to how you understand the passage. If you read it slowly, line to line, with the meaning, then definitely your understanding will be way better. Okay, all right. So if this passage is done, what about this one? Should we do one more passage or should we go to parajumbles? Because I have good parajumbles too. Parajumbles, okay. So Prashant, apart from you, a lot of other people are saying parajumbles only. Okay, yeah, try this one out. Do you want options for parajumbles? Should I give you options or not? How many of you want options? Please type yes. All right, so you don't want options? Okay, fine. These are the options. Try it out. The second question, I won't give you options. Wow, so all of you think it's B, yeah? Nice, good. Yeah. So correct. The right answer is B. Okay. The right answer is B. What happened? Did some okay, I zoomed it here by mistake. Okay. Yeah. The right answer is definitely going to be B. But remember, I told you one thing before you start any kind of a para jumble, I want you to first look at A, B, C, D, E, C, E, D, C, B, A, and then go. Manohari, yeah, for sure will there be options everywhere. Depends on which exam you're writing, but yeah, for CRT exams, yes, there'll be options everywhere. Okay, for CRT exams, there's no concept of not having options at all. Nana. But if you're writing, other exams like CAT and all, no, definitely there won't be options everywhere. Only in exams like NMAT and all, you get options. In CAT, you definitely don't get options. Okay. Now, is there anyone who did not get this parajumble or who's finding this difficult? GRE, you don't have parajumbles. Archanna, GRE and parajumbles undav nanna. Is there anyone who did not understand this particular parajumble? Is there anyone who needs an explanation? See, if you've all understood, just please type Y or just raise your hand so that I can go to the next parajumble quickly. Okay, so you guys are all understood now? Nice. Yeah. So unfortunately, the answer options are also given here. I'll just make sure that I'll take this off for you, or just let it be. No problem. Anyways, you're just writing a CRT exam. It's okay. Actually, try this one out. This will be better. Better than parajumbles. Try this out. Try tell me. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Chandrasekhar, don't worry. It's completely fine. But yeah, try and tell me about this answer here. Now look, I want you to tell me which of the following are valid arguments. Do you remember the class on arguments? So C is a valid argument according to you. Now, what about A? Look, when I'm saying A, some printers are fast. No fast is slow. So can I say that if some printers are fast and no fast is slow, maybe there are some printers which are slow? Yes. When I'm saying that no poet is a thinker and some thinkers are leaders. If no poet is a thinker, that means no poet is a leader also, no? Or can there be a leader? There can definitely be a leader. Why? Because only some thinkers are leaders. Correct. Maybe the other thinkers are not leaders. Maybe the other thinkers are poets. You never know. Correct. So this is also not a valid argument. But when I am saying no poet is a thinker, some thinkers are leaders. Some leaders are not poets. Now, again, just think about it. There are some thinkers who are leaders, and there's absolutely no poet who is a thinker. Okay? So, definitely, maybe some leaders are not poets, no? At least one leader is not a poet, no? By that logic, all leaders not being poets is also fine. Okay, so C will be valid. What about D? Only cats are dogs and no cat is a pig. Okay, when I'm saying only cats are dogs, okay, this is the special case of all. All right, wherein you are taking only like this. Okay, now why can't I consider this? Because if I'm saying only cats are dogs, and if this is dogs, there are some other population also, no? So we should not consider the second diagram. Okay, so if only cats are dogs and no cat is a pig, so let me say this is pig, no cat is a pig, then obviously no dog is a pig either. Correct? So both C and D are valid arguments. Okay? Now look, you know how to make these Venn diagrams. So even if the question is very simple, please make a Venn diagram and check. Okay? If you check with a Venn diagram, it'll get very easy, guys. Now try this one. What's the answer for this one, guys? So a lot of you are saying D. One person said A. C and D. See, such an option is not there. Okay, let us look at this. He's saying that, okay, let's make small diagrams and look at it here. Okay, don't get confused. Look, if all music is good, let me consider that this is the good circle and all the music is falling into this good circle. And all good is great again. So this is great circle and all that is good is falling into the great circle. So can I say that all the music is great? Yeah. So definitely A is true, no? A is a valid argument, no? Yes. Now look over here, all men are wise. Men, wise. All wise are leaders. Wise leaders. Now all leaders are men. See, men are only a small portion of the leaders. Correct. There are still these many leaders who are not men. Okay. See, when I'm saying they're not men, I don't mean to say that they're all women. Okay. Gender is not a binary concept. It's very archaic for you guys or for anyone to think that gender is a binary concept, but gender is really not a binary concept. Okay. Anyways, so over here, if you look at it very clearly, this argument fails. Let's go to third one. All men are wise. So here are men, okay, or let me say these are all wise people, and all the men are wise, and all the wise are leaders. Okay. Now, if I say that some men are leaders, it makes sense. Correct? All right. What about last one? All boys are men. Boys, men. Some men are smart. Okay. So again, I'll have to take men, smart. So let me just start drawing it over here only. I'll combine it here. Smart, that is one diagram. Or what? The other diagram can be like this. Smart. Correct? Yes or no? Now, are you guys able to understand how I was telling you that these will be the two cases that will come when you are combining these two statements? Now, do you understand how I told you very quickly how many cases are going to come and all? Yeah. Now, if we can draw two cases of final diagrams this quickly without even drawing the middle diagrams, we can do everything very fast, no? Now, very ideally speaking, this not going to be true. If you want, you can draw all the cases and check. It's not going to be true. So the right answer will be A and C. Okay. So that's why I keep telling you, if you get used to drawing these diagrams, things will get very easy. If you get used to drawing diagrams, things will get extremely easy. There's absolutely nothing that's complicated in this. All right, let's try this last one out. Come on, guys, what's the answer? A. Okay, so most of you saying A. Let us see. I go out only on Sundays. Today is a Sunday. I am out. Now, this is very, very nice. The modifier only. Okay. So let us say that you go out only on Sundays. Okay. Today is a Sunday. Does that mean you should go out? Sriram, you feel everything is correct? No, no. Everything is not correct. Don't worry. See, yeah. ఇప్పుడు నేను నీకు చెప్తాను విను విను నువ్వు మంగళవారం పోట్లే పప్పు తింటావు అనుకో, ఓకేనా? ఇవాళ మంగళవారం, నువ్వు పప్పే తినాలని రూల్ ఉందా? కూర చికెన్ కూడా తినొచ్చు కదా, అవునా కాదు? అలాగా if today is a Sunday and you go out only on Sundays, and if today is a Sunday, there's no need that you have to go out today or you are out today. Okay, what about the second one? I go out only on Sundays. Today is not a Sunday, I'm not out. Okay, this is fine. ఎందుకు నువ్వు సండేస్ ఒక్క టైంకే బయటకు వెళ్తావు, ఆ సండే కూడా నువ్వు బయటకు వెళ్ళాలి లేదు అన్నది నీ చాయిస్ అది మళ్ళా. కానీ ఆ రోజు సండే కాకపోతే మాత్రం నువ్వు బయటకు వెళ్ళావు కదా. సో బి ఇస్ కరెక్ట్, బి ఇస్ ఫైన్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ I go out only on Sundays, I am out, so today is Sunday. Okay, again this makes more sense. Why? Because you go out only on Sundays, and if today you are out, that means today is a Sunday, no? Avuna kada? So definitely your right answer is going to be option A, which is nothing but B and C. Okay, all right guys, so that is all we're going to do for today. Yeah, now if there's anything else that you want to talk to me about, any other doubts or anything, you can ask me now. See, if you don't ask me now, it's not that you can't ask me anytime later. You all have my phone number and email ID. Okay, wait, we have a doubt. So it's actually a funny story. Me going to a lot of debates is not really my gravity. There's no gravity in me for doing that. My mom is a very fiercely independent woman. So she used to push me onto the stage every time, right from my LKG. Okay, no matter what competition it was, she didn't care if I would win, I would lose, whatever it is. She used to just push me onto the stage. For a lot of time, I used to cry about it, and after that, I just got used to it. Now, in 8th grade, I failed in English. Okay, so when I failed in English in 8th grade, that shattered my confidence. And the only way I could prove my self-worth to other people was beating them at the game that they so liked. And luckily enough, two of my best friends from that time were into, debating, essay writing, elocutions, and all of it. I think you would know one of them, Nandita Kaviti. I'm not sure if you've heard that name. Maybe you've heard that name. I don't know. You can search about her on Google. So she, me, and another person were from the same school, Vishakha Valley. And these both people used to keep on helping me, going to debates. So most of the times we went there, we used to win the first 3 prizes. And that's how I got a hang of it. Now, after I went to VIT, it was a completely different ball game. The level of professionalism in VIT, the level of competition in VIT is extremely insane. It's extremely huge. And that is when I started realizing that, there are MEN circuits altogether. That means there are cities that are participating in MENs. People in Visakhapatnam have no idea of it. So once I went there, I worked my ass off. Literally, I worked my ass off. I used to, stay debating up until like 12 in the night. When my class used to end at 8 o'clock in the night, I used to sit till 12. We used to read a lot, news, articles, whatever it is. Okay. And somehow, because again, my college used to give us on duty leaves. If you're participating in any college, in any competition, as a part of your college, you get an on duty leave. That means you are granted attendance. And we had a PDFs uploaded. So I used to keep on participating in a lot of competitions. And I don't know, that kind of became a part of life. Okay. So yeah, that's how I developed that skill. It's not a big deal actually. All you need is a very independent mother who would not take no for an answer. and a few good friends who would keep on helping you throughout your life. That's all it takes. Now, I wanted to do something. I wanted to give back something to the debating community. So I did conduct two MENs in Vizag. Okay, so as a student of VIT, I was over there, but I was managing things over here, 800 kilometers away. You can go search for VMUN, Vishakhapatnam Model United Nations, 2014 and 2015. I was the Secretary General for both of these. That means I was the organizer, lead organizer for both of these. But yeah, it was kind of hard doing it. It did make me happy. So in conclusion, search for things that make you happy, dude. Just search for things that make you happy and keep doing them. Because when you do things that make you happy, there's very little regret in what you do later. Okay. Anyways, the things that need not be mentioned in a resume. Manohari, good question. A, your declaration does not need to be mentioned in the resume. You definitely don't need to mention your declarations in the resume. Secondly, when you're writing your personal profiles, guys, remember, and use common sense. You all have written headers, no, with your name, your email ID, your phone number, your LinkedIn profile, and a basic address. Why are you including the personal profile again at the bottom? Isn't that redundant information? Isn't that information that you're giving him twice? I mean, who has so much time to read about you and your personal profile again? And in fact, why should I read about you and your personal profile again when I'm going to interview you anyways? Now think about it with a little more common sense. If you're only writing languages known or hobbies or strengths at the time of your personal profile without including your name, your door number, see, just tell me one small thing. I'm giving you the job, or am I giving your entire family the job, dude? Why is it important for me to know who your dad, who your mom are? Anyways, when you come to interview, you'll tell that to me, no? That my dad's name is so and so, my mom's name is so and so. That is a part of your tell me about yourself, no? So why should you again include that in a resume? Okay, so things like that, if you can just take it off, it'll be really great. Okay. Second thing, I actually want to focus on one important aspect of your resume. That's the objective. Look, a lot of you people, when you've given me your resumes, and I've already made these appropriate changes, I've already told it to those people who have sent it to me with that error. Think about it in this way. When you're going to the company, the company is more interested in what you will be giving them than what they will be giving you. So if you're telling me that your objective is just to, basically be the good guy, learn all the skills and all, me as a company will think only one thing. Okay, so you're coming to my company to learn the skills, and after you learn the skills, you'll go to something better. So I want to know what you will give the company back. Okay, so your objective should both include what you are, what you want, and what you're ready to give back to the company. Okay, any more doubts, guys? All right then. Tada, bye bye. By the way, a few of you asked me for the WhatsApp number here. This is a WhatsApp number. This is my mail ID. You can also follow me on Twitter. It is nothing but Parody Sharma. Okay. So these are all the ways in which you can reach me. I am very, very bad at using Instagram and Facebook, so I don't use them a lot. Okay. All right. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye. Let's meet again soon.